Yes, I have used this reference photo before. Hi, what's going on, adventure buddies? My name is Brandon Ringstad, and welcome to Nature Meets Paper, the place where we go on an adventure to discover the world of marine biology. I love sharing my experiences with aquatic animals with you, through science, stories, and art. It is my goal to raise awareness of our beautiful bodies of water and the creatures that live in them. Welcome to Season 6. I am doing things just a little bit differently this season. I have many animals that I think that you will love, but I'm also going to be including some processes and just some information about the art as well as the science. I am revisiting a painting that I have done in the past because I don't like how it turned out. I have decided to slow down and provide higher quality content for you. Some of you have noticed the change and said that you really like it, and so I will keep these changes in this season. Please stick around to the very end to hear about this month's charity opportunity. Okay, let's get this adventure started. We are heading back to Maui to discover or rediscover the tiger shark. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Let's look at this painting I did in 2018. I am not happy with how it turned out. I love tiger sharks so much, and I couldn't stand looking at the painting. Everything is too blue, and I don't like the way that I did the light rays. I also don't like how flat the shark looks. Let's see how I can improve it. I have been playing with different backgrounds to draw attention to the subject and aid in a deep feeling of emotions. I am also now using a technique finding the golden ratio of my canvas. This allows me to design and build a composition that is most pleasing to the eye. Tiger sharks, or Galeocerdo cuvier, are named after their tiger-striped body pattern. These patterns slowly fade as they age. These are large requiem sharks built for hunting and eating. Requiem sharks are a group of sharks that migrate, live in warm waters, and give live birth. They are the most powerful swimmers out of the requiem sharks. Tiger sharks are also solitary for most of the year, only gathering for mating and when food availability is low. Let's discover the geographic range and habitat of the tiger shark. They are a marine shark found across tropical and temperate waters. They prefer continental shelves and coastal waters from the surface to 300 meters deep, but average 140 meters and above. They enjoy brackish water, river estuaries, harbors, bays, lagoons, piers, and coral reef edges. In Australia, they can be found near seagrass beds. Tiger sharks are nocturnal and spend their days in deeper water and move to shallower water during dusk and night. Tiger sharks can migrate up to 64 kilometers in a day. They roam around and go wherever they want. They follow warm water throughout the year. During the winter, they group closer to the equator and move into temperate water during the summer. For this painting, I created a clear blue tropical water with some sand and coral outcroppings. I make rays of light lazily float down through the surface on a clear sunny day. It took some playing around to get the look that I was going for. I learned a great tip and trick for doing light rays. So, light radiates around a point in straight lines. If I know where the light source is coming from, I can use a string or straight edge to measure the angle for the beam of light. What are we looking for when identifying tiger sharks? They're countershaded. Those who have been here for a while might be familiar with the term countershading. That is a camouflage technique where the dorsal surface is dark and the belly is light. A dark dorsal surface when viewed from above, blends into dark water or sediment. The light belly blends into the surface water and sky when viewed from below. Tiger sharks are dark gray to lighter gray with dark spots or stripes along the flanks. These stripes start above the pectoral fins and trail off on the tail. As the shark ages, the dark pronounced stripes fade. The belly is white or cream, depending on its habitat. Some tiger sharks around the world are more blue or green to match their surroundings. Since I am using a shark from Hawaii, the water is clear and blue, so they are a gray in color. Tiger sharks are large, slow-moving, strong swimmers who can burst with speed. They grow to 10 to 13 feet long and can weigh between 800 and 1,400 pounds. Tiger sharks are dimorphic, meaning they have two physical appearances depending on their gender. Here, males are smaller than females. Females are larger to be able to have many pups. One female was recorded at 18 feet long and weighed over 3,000 pounds. I would have loved to see that tiger shark, but it was recorded in 1966 and I wasn't born yet. Tiger sharks are easily identifiable. They have big round eyes, a blunt nose, two dorsal fins, long thin pectoral fins, two pelvic fins, an anal fin, and a large caudal fin or tail fin. The top lobe is significantly longer than the bottom lobe in juveniles, and it evens out as they age. The difference in tail lobe size aids in swimming speed. Juveniles need to be able to burst out of the way of larger sharks, and they feed on smaller, fast-swimming prey. Let's go back to those large round eyes. Since they are nocturnal, they need to be able to see well in the dark. Tiger sharks have figured out a way to maximize the light that enters their eyes. They have a thin reflective film behind the retina. This allows the sensors to receive light that was bounced off the film and gives them a second chance at picking up the light. They have other special abilities to experience their surroundings. Sometimes they are in murky water and still need to know their surroundings. They have electrosensitive receptors on the underside of their noses. These are called ampullae of Lorenzini. They are little pits that pick up electrical signals given off from muscles. They can also pick up electrical currents from boats or people. Sometimes divers divert the sharks from hitting boats by grabbing and pushing their noses. They also have sensory organs along their sides called a lateral line to detect movement. They are lined up, running down the side of the shark. The last way to identify a tiger shark is by looking at its teeth. They are angled outward and sharp with serrated edges. The other side has a groove and is followed by sharp cuspids. The teeth are unique to the tiger shark, so it is easy to identify. These teeth form many rows and decrease in size the further back in the mouth they go. The sharks are constantly losing teeth and new ones fold into place. I left this way of identification for last because it is the last way you want to identify a shark. Don't do this one first. But it is a great transition for our next segment. It brings us to the segment where we discover the diet and population health of the tiger shark. What do tiger sharks eat? Their teeth are designed to shred and cut their food. Tiger sharks are not picky when it comes to food. They eat anything and everything. When they're juveniles, they eat small fish, squid, and some crustaceans. When they are older and larger, they eat anything. For instance, here's a list of things that have been found inside the stomachs of tiger sharks. Other sharks: rays, bony fishes, marine mammals, tortoises, seabirds, sea snakes, squids, gastropods, crustaceans, detritus, dolphins, whales, sea turtles, cephalopods, domestic animals like horses, pigs, sheep, goats, and even human remains. They also feed on carrion and garbage. As our oceans get filled with more garbage, these sharks accidentally eat more and more waste. Things like cans, car license plates, oil cans, tires, and plastics have all been found in the stomachs. I know that I said human remains have been found inside tiger sharks. Don't worry. They typically don't eat people. There are only 1 to 3 shark attacks on humans per year. Just keep an eye out and be careful. 40 people drown each year in Hawaii. So if you're going to Hawaii, make sure that you get some practice and learn about the ocean and currents before you go. I see people who can't swim go into the ocean solely because they're in Hawaii. Don't be dumb, stay safe, and educate yourself before you go. So this brings us to our next segment. How are tiger sharks doing? The IUCN Red List has them listed as near threatened. Their populations are stable, just low. Since the 1980s, fishing for these sharks has drastically dropped. Sharks are captured for their fins, meat, and liver oil. Let's decrease the demand for the products and lessen the pressure on these animals. They keep our oceans clean and healthy. They keep disease in fish and animals down. They also clean up dead and decaying animals. You don't want a bunch of dead fish floating around when you're snorkeling. Let's be considerate roommates on this planet. Let's transition to our last segment of the adventure. What was my personal encounter with this shark and how is my painting coming along? Looks like the painting is coming along nicely. I start out with bigger brushes, block in colors and tones. Then in this phase, I start using smaller brushes and define my smaller details. I work from the farthest items to the closest and work on my main subject. Here is where I can do tiny details and adjust light levels. I need to tie in my subject to the background, so I pull in some background colors onto my subject. The tiger shark was a juvenile tiger shark at the Maui Ocean Center. They held this shark in the tank for a few months to show the public and educate them. If they keep a tiger shark in their large tank for more than a few months, it is hard for the shark to go back into the wild and they could even die. The team of scientists want the best for their animals. I was lucky to see this shark when it was in this encounter. They don't get very many tiger sharks on display. It was swimming around the tank and just cruising. Light rays were flashing off its back. It would disappear for a few minutes, then swim back to the big floor-to-ceiling wall of acrylic. I had never seen such a sleek shark that commanded such respect before. I was also lucky to see it during feeding time. Now, sharks are not the eating machines that you see in the media. They have a slow metabolism, so they have a big meal once or twice per week. Unfortunately, this little tiger shark had already eaten that week, so I didn't get to see it eat anything. I have a soft spot for tiger sharks. That is why I wanted to do something for the first time. I redid this painting. I didn't want to just make the exact painting, but better. I wanted to take my time. I wanted to change the background. I wanted to change the color of the shark. Before I show you the finished painting, let's review what the previous painting looked like. And now I will reveal this one. I am very happy with how it turned out. Amazing what 2 years of practice can do. there we have it. This painting is finished, and what do you think? I like how it turned out. It went from a painting that drove me crazy every time I saw it to a beautiful expression of the majesty and sleekness of the tiger shark. If you enjoyed and would like to subscribe and ring the notification bell, that would really help this community grow. I do my best to release content every other weekend. It's difficult being in a hospital, especially for the kids. I want to be able to spread joy and help the families who have to be in the hospital this season. Let them know that they are loved. It's our job to spread love and support to our communities. And I'm not gonna wait for somebody else to do what I'm called to. And that's how we make a positive mark on our world. We don't wait for other people, we just go out and do it ourselves. I need your help to continue supporting my community. Portions of all of my sales go towards charity each month. So I sell my paintings that I create, and I also create museum quality G-clay prints through Fine Balance Imaging on Whidbey Island. So not only are you supporting charity, you're also supporting 2 local businesses. My originals run $12 a linear inch, and they have glitter, pearlescence, or glass bead gel medium on them to play with light. Water subjects really need that kick of light and that play of movement just to make them feel a little more realistic. Now I have 2 print options. I have a hand embellished print, so that's going to be as close to the original as possible, but it's going to still be unique. And I also sell regular prints. Those are going to be $6 and $3 a linear inch respectively. I am also selling cards and vinyl stickers on my website. If you would like to keep up to date, you can follow my social media as well as my Patreon page. Links are below deck. Thank you so much for joining me. Spread love, curiosity, and creativity. I've been Brandon, and I will see you in our next adventure.